Welcome back to a hobby overview. Today I want to talk about how you can get into music on a budget. So as you can see, I'm in my basement because here I can make some noise without disturbing the neighbors or my family. And I've got quite a collection of music instruments here. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about my experience and what I suggest if you want to start with music. So the first and perhaps most cheapest option to start with music is classically with a recorder. So these are two recorders that I own. It's from Mollenhauer, and the positive things on this ones is that they are completely of plastic. So there are recorders that are from wood, but the problem with the wood is that at the beginning, if you breathe very much into the recorder, the moisture adds up. You have to clean the recorder very well, and that's could be a hassle, and also the instrument could be damaged. So if you start, you can buy this one for about 27 euros, I think, and it's really a good start to start with music. So what you need to know is there are two different types of recorders. This one is in the German version, and there's also the Baroque version. They are a little bit different to play, and it is beneficial if you take the German version, if you perhaps later want to play like a market sack. The other version would be the Baroque version. Is if you want to play perhaps high pipes later, then you would prefer that version. So another way to start would be with Nuvo. Nuvo is a company that produces quite cheap plastic instruments. I only own this one, but they also have a saxophone version and a clarinet version, and they produce them so that schools can buy that in bulk. And for the musical teaching in the schools, and they work quite fine. So if you want to start with perhaps a saxophone or something like that, look at Nuvo to get one of these plastic versions to start with that. The other thing that I have standing around here is the classical guitar of my daughter. This is a half guitar, so you get them in different sizes. For an adult, you would prefer a classical full-sized guitar, but if you perhaps have a daughter or someone else who's smaller and want to get into it, you should take the right size. So if you then go into a store or something, they could advise you which size to pick. Also, you can buy like this foot stands. They are quite cheap, and if my daughter plays, she needs this so that her legs are in the right position, that she can play with the guitar. The different approach is to start with electrical guitars. So today you can get quite cheap electrical guitars that are not so bad. So of course the profi or the professional guitars are quite cost quite much. So what I own here is all from the firm Donner. They are, if you want to buy on a budget, quite cheap, but in my opinion, a good way to start with a collection for playing. And I've got the drum set from them, and I've got also the e-guitar from them, and also my little amp here is from them. And it's really a cheap way. You can, for around about 250 euros, buy the drum set or even the guitar set with the amp. and in my opinion it's a great start. You have to somehow adjust everything a little bit when you get it. Also the drum kit doesn't come, because it's the cheapest version they offer, doesn't come with a real bass drum and a real bass drum pedal, so you only have a kick pedal here. But for me that was a better option, because my daughter plays with the set, and this set is a little bit smaller than the others they offer. If you invest perhaps 400 euros in the set, you get a real sized snare drum and a bass drum with a pedal. If you as an adult want to start with the drums, then I would say buy a little bit expensive set and start with a real sized drum set. And overall that's the way you can start. I then bought a cheap guitar book where all the chords are explained, and if you then invest a little time, you can really quick pick up music. One thing to note, if you play guitar, you would really have to keep your fingernails short, so that's perhaps one of the advice I can give, because otherwise you can't push the strings down correctly, and you can't have the right grip. And there are also apps for iPhone and Android out there, Simply Guitar and also other smaller apps that will teach you to play guitar, and it's quite fun. So if you have the first 4 or 5 chords managed on the guitar, you can buy something like The Thing. It's a book with guitar tabs to play along on the campfire, and I would say with the 5 basic chords you can play around 75% of the songs in the book. And if you pick that up, then it's really fun. And also for my daughter, it's really fun, and she picks it up then quickly, because when you have fun playing, it's the best thing you can do. If you have fun while doing the thing, then you stick to it, and it's not a chore to practice. It's the way is the way to go then. So that's my little overview over music. And if you want to start, I can only say, do it now. It's today it's the right time. Order one instrument you like and start with it. It's really fun, and I wish you the best, and that you pick up quickly if you want to try it, and have fun playing. Thank you for watching. Bye.